Hi everyone, welcome to Smart Voice Series. In this video, I'm comparing the Samsung Galaxy Fit versus the Huawei Band 4 Pro. This is the Galaxy Fit and this is the Huawei Band 4 Pro. The Galaxy Fit cost me $100 and this cost me about $52 to buy. I'm going to compare these two head to head so that you can decide which is a better device, a better bargain for you. But before that, please, if you're new to this channel, click on that subscribe button and of course on the notification bell to get updates from me whenever I upload a video like this. Alright guys, let's head on straight to the video. The first thing I want to talk about is the companion apps of these two smartbands. This is the Galaxy wearable app. Okay, from here you can manage how the Galaxy Fit here operates. Okay, so you have a lot of features here. You can check the link in the description for a review of the Galaxy Fit. And of course, this is the this is the Huawei health monitor. Okay, from this app, you can manage how the Band 4 Pro works. Okay, and once you have paired this, you can click on device, and from here, you can set up some of the settings on how this device is going to function. You can check the description, of course, for a review of this smartband. Alright guys, let's start off with our main comparisons. Let's look at the design. These two devices have about the same display size. I think the same display size, sorry. Okay, both measure 0.95 inch in display. Not so big, but very much okay for you to catch a glimpse, even if you're working out, if you're running, if you're on the move. So I think the display look awesome, and these two are very lightweight. Okay, very lightweight. So wearing any of this is not going to weigh you down. Now, when you talk about navigation, the Band 4 Pro here has a touch key. This is the touch key. This returns you back to home, or let's say, for instance, when you swipe down. Okay, this is my step start. To go back home, you're gonna click here and it's gonna take me back home. Meanwhile, the Samsung Galaxy Fit here has the button for that. Okay, if you want to go back home, you need to click on this button here. Okay, say for instance, I swipe right, okay, and if I want to go back home, I'm gonna click on this and it brings me back home. So while this has a touch key, this has a button. Both devices support a touch screen, so you can access any of this by just swiping with your fingers. Okay, so that is for the display. This tool also allows you to manage notifications. This tool will track your sleep, your heart rate, your steps, your calories, and there are related workout modes for you to choose from. And of course, the battery life of this tool is pretty much impressive, awesome. That will take you definitely a couple of days before you need to recharge. Alright guys, those are, let me say, the similarities between the Galaxy Fit and the Band 4 Pro. Okay, so these two will track your stats like heart rate, sleep, your walking, okay, and of course will allow you to manage notifications, control music on your phone and all that. And the battery life of these two, of course, are impressive. They will take you over a couple of days. So let's look at the differences between the Band 4 Pro and the Galaxy Fit. The first difference between these two devices is the watch faces. With the Band 4 Pro here, you get a whole lot of choice to choose from how you want to customize the look of this watch face. Meanwhile, Whereas the Galaxy Fit here does not have that many more options for you to choose the watch face. And one other thing is that the Band 4 Pro here, you can simply change the watch face, okay, from the device. You can do that from here. You need to do that from the Galaxy Wearable app. So if I want to change this watch face, for instance, I'm just going to click on this place, hold on to it. Sorry. Okay, there we go. So you can swipe through the list of watch faces, and it allows me to store up to 13 watch faces on this device. Meanwhile, the Galaxy Fit here, for you to change watch face, you need to go to the Galaxy Wearable app, which is here, and then you go to watch faces, and there are the list of watch faces. When you click on any of these watch faces, it will automatically sync here and become the watch face of the Galaxy Fit. Okay, so that's the first differences. Okay, let me talk more about the Band 4 Pro here. Band 4 Pro here, to look at the watch face functions here, you get a lot of options. Okay, here are the recommended watch faces. You can install as many watch faces as you can. So there are many options for you to choose from, and as you can see here, you have a maximum of 13 watch faces that you can store on the device, like I said initially. Okay, now the second difference between these two is custom replies. Okay, with the Galaxy Fit, when someone sends you a message and then you get a notification on your phone, you get a alert here, you can actually reply with custom replies. You cannot do that with the Band 4 Pro. So let's, for instance, okay, this is the Galaxy Wearable app. Okay, sorry, this is the Galaxy Wearable app. Go right here and you can customize. Here are the list of custom replies. You can add more from here, okay, and you can even customize any of this. Okay, so once you're done customizing, you can click on save. So when you go to this place, you swipe from right. These are your list of notifications. You can click on this to read any of this, and you can actually reply with any of these quick replies. So that is the number two differences between the Band 4 Pro and the Galaxy Fit. The third difference between these two is the number of widgets. With the Galaxy Fit, you get 13 widgets maximum, and this you have only 9 widgets that you can add. Now look at the number of widgets we get with the Band 4 Pro. So just go back here and then you go down to device settings, function customization. Then these are function customization. Okay, these are the list of widgets. To add more, click on this, and then if you add these two, that's a maximum of 9 widgets. So we have the daily tracking, heart rate, SPO2, sleep monitoring, workouts, message center, and music control widgets. Meanwhile, with the Galaxy Fit here, you can add up to 13 widgets as a maximum. So when you go to the wearable app here, I'm gonna go back, and then you have the widget function here. There we go. So you have a maximum of 13 widgets that you can add to the Galaxy Fit. Okay, and I think the Galaxy Fit widgets are a bit more detailed. Okay, for instance, let's go back. Okay, let's check out the stress. Okay, you know, these widgets tend to show you metrics. Okay, beyond just showing you details here. So it's more detailed, if I must say that. And then the number 3 differences between these two is that with the Galaxy Fit, you can power this device on by holding on to this place, okay, and then you switch it on. All right. Meanwhile, once this switch off, okay, to power it on, you need to plug it to its charger to power it on. And for me, that is a real turn off. Okay, if you want to power this on, you have to plug it to a power source for it powers on. For this device, you can just power it on by clicking on this button and holding on to it, and it will automatically turn on. So that is another difference between the Galaxy Fit and the Band 4 Pro. And then talking about, let's go to the fitness tracking features and the differences. Okay, the Band 4 Pro here allows you to track your blood oxygen. Okay, the Galaxy Fit lacks that feature. Here's the Band 4 Pro. Okay, this is the blood oxygen monitor. So this will monitor your blood oxygen level to determine how well your blood absorbs oxygen and utilizes it. Okay, Galaxy Fit lacks that feature. Another difference between the Galaxy Fit and the Band 4 Pro is stress monitoring. Galaxy Fit has stress monitoring function. This can help you return to calm after a stressful day. The Band 4 Pro lacks this feature. Now, going further, let's talk about the number of exercises. Okay, we'll go back. Talking about the number of exercises, the Band 4 Pro has a maximum of 11 workout modes. Okay, as you can see here, we have outdoor run, outdoor workout, what have you, and indoor swim, outdoor swim, free training, rowing machine, cross trainer, and there we go. So that is the maximum. You have only 11 preloaded workout modes on the Band 4 Pro. Meanwhile, on the Galaxy Fit here, you have over 90 preloaded workout modes, and you can add a maximum of 10 at a time on the device. So I'm going to go to the workout, preloaded workout feature So there we go. So I'm going to click on this, and you can scroll through to the list of widgets that I've already added to this place. To manage or add more, to remove, you simply go to the Galaxy Wearable app, click on settings here, and then you go to manage exercises, and then as you can see here, you can add or remove exercises. So we have a whole lot of them to add to the Galaxy Fit. So that is for the exercises. Another feature that you find on the Galaxy Fit is that it can auto-detect workouts, okay, which the Band 4 Pro here lacks. So let's go to that settings, okay, or workout detection. There we go. So this is workout detection for the Galaxy Fit. It can detect up to 5 workouts. Meanwhile, the Band 4 Pro does not have this feature. Another difference again is that the Band 4 Pro has an inbuilt GPS, and I think that is a very big one for the Band 4 Pro. Okay, now when I go out for walking every evening, I have to carry my phone along if I have to wear the Galaxy Fit. If I have to track my workout with the Galaxy Fit. But with the Band 4 Pro, I don't need to carry my phone along, and that is a lot of convenience. Okay, the Band 4 Pro has inbuilt GPS, which the Galaxy Fit lacks, and that is a big one. And then we've talked about the SpO2 function of the Band 4 Pro, okay, which the Galaxy Fit lack. I think that's about the differences in these two as far as fitness tracking features are concerned. And I want to mention accuracy. Okay, I want to talk about the accuracy. When it comes to steps tracking, I think the Band 4 Pro was a bit more consistent and smarter in tracking my steps. It knows when I stopped and all that. And when you want to talk about sleep tracking, the Galaxy Fit here was more consistent in tracking my sleep. Say for instance, let's look at this figure. Okay, I tracked my sleep with the Band 4 Pro for a couple of days, and when you come here, okay, you have 15 hours. I didn't sleep for 15 hours, so that for me was a turn off. Okay, and it did that for a couple of days. 21st, it said 13 hours. I don't sleep that long, and it went on and said like 17 hours. I didn't sleep that long, even though it shows metrics on REM, deep sleep, awake time, and light sleep. Okay, I think the Band 4 Pro was not so consistent as far as sleep tracking is concerned. But when you compare it to the Galaxy Fit here, the Galaxy Fit was consistent in tracking my sleep. Okay, so I'm going to show you some of the records I've tracked. Okay, here is my sleep here, and let's go with this figure. I didn't wear it today. Okay, so let's go with this figure. Now, as you can see here, this is very close to how long I slept. Okay, so the Galaxy Fit, and I have to mention this, the Galaxy Fit was able to understand when I woke up in the middle of the night, to pee or to just get something. Okay, those breaks, it was able to actually detect that. Unlike the Band 4 Pro here, which tracked all through without identifying those break time. Okay, so the Galaxy Fit here, I think it is a more accurate sleep tracker than the Band 4 Pro. As per steps, like I said before, the Band 4 Pro was a bit more smarter and consistent in tracking my steps, but the figures were not too different. The discrepancies were pretty much about the same. Other features, heart rate tracking. For these two, I've compared it, the heart rate tracking feature, and I'll just take a look. I'm just going to do that now so that you can just see what the heart tracking feature looks like. So here is the heart rate tracking comparison between the Band 4 Pro and the Galaxy Fit. As you can see, the figures are pretty much about the same. Okay, so I think this two does a good job in tracking my heart rate, pretty much very accurate. So this is just what it looks like in tracking my heart rate. So these guys have done a good job at that. So those are the differences between the Galaxy Fit and the Band 4 Pro as far as fitness tracking features are concerned. Talking about the battery life, the Galaxy Fit without GPS lasted 7 days. Okay, I had to compare these two. While the Band 4 Pro lasted 4 days, and I'm going to attribute that to the inbuilt GPS because I wore these two consistently for 1 week. Okay, and I had to track my outdoor workout for 1 hour in each of those days. And the Galaxy Fit here lasted 7 days, while the Band 4 Pro lasted 4 days. Now, the Band 4 Pro has an inbuilt GPS, which of course is the reason why it had a shorter battery life compared to the Galaxy Fit. Overall, these two guys here will go over a day, go multiple days from a single charge, which is quite impressive for a fitness tracker. All right, guys, which is the winner? You decide on that. Talking about which is a better smartband between the Galaxy Fit and the Band 4 Pro here, I think the Galaxy Fit here is a more comprehensive device. Okay, it gives you more options to better manage notifications and more widget options. Meanwhile, the Band 4 Pro here has inbuilt GPS. It has more watch faces, okay, and it has blood oxygen tracking, which the Galaxy Fit here lacks, and it is cheaper. I forgot to mention that the Galaxy Fit here tracks sleeps better than the Band 4 Pro, and that is a big plus if you want to know how well you sleep overnight. Alright guys, thank you for taking your time to watch this video. Until next time, goodbye.